Welcome back, friends and colleagues. It is my absolute pleasure to be announcing that the second homebrew Game Boy game coming to the Switch via the GB Archive initiative is actually a series. It's In the Dark 1 and 2. I think this is really special having two Game Boy games launched together in one game onto the Switch, because it excites me of other ways we could present our games in the future. But In the Dark is a deceivingly simple puzzle game in which you're trying to turn off all the lights. The second game perfectly expands on the first one in the way that it has more boards and bigger patterns. The story also directly continues on from the first game and expands the world we're in by giving us access to multiple planets. There's even a space sim minigame you can play. But before I get too deep into In the Dark, I want to talk about how it's coming to the Switch, and that is through the GB Archive initiative by Caracal Games. So this will be the second game under the GB Archive name, and as I talked about in my last one about Traumatarium Penitent, before these games, they also released three others: 2021 Moon Escape, first Traumatarium game, and my game, Ticket Racing 2. So with this release, it will be the fifth game they've brought to the Switch, and the mission is to bring a new homebrew Game Boy game to the Switch every single month. And as I record this, the price and the release date of the In the Dark collection has been set to the 23rd of July. I also want to highlight here as well that the color of the in-game console is now a shade of white, while in my recordings it used to be a green. And I'll take a moment to thank you guys for the reception of Traumatarium Penitent. You guys were overwhelmingly positive. Thank you for supporting the developer, thank you for supporting Caracal Games, and thank you for supporting me. We really appreciate it. But remember, if you have a homebrew Game Boy game that you want to bring to the Switch, consider submitting it to the GB Archive via the website. Even if it's not done, we'd love to play it and give it feedback. We are Game Boy enthusiasts at the end of the day, so we want to see what you guys are up to. So stay tuned for more from the GB Archive, and let us know which homebrew games you'd like to see come to the Switch. The idea of the GB Archive is to support the community, support developers, and give people more ways to play our games. So let's look at some gameplay of the In the Dark series. You can see what it's all about. It's my opinion that the developers Parasitic and Gumpy Function have given us an absolute masterclass here in puzzle design. I think a lot of developers want to make the next Tetris, and I've seen puzzle games that go the extreme way and try and add as many mechanics as they can. But I think they've proven to us here that just by turning on and off lights can be extremely fun. And I think that I played the first one when it first came out, and I played In the Dark 2 more recently when it was submitted to the archive. But I'm playing it again now for this video, and I was pulled into the story even more the second time. The differences between the first and second game aren't too dramatic. It's not so much night and day, it's more like they've just added stuff. I think in the first one it's a 3x3 grid the whole time, but in the second one you start on a 4x4 grid, and then they add and remove lights to make the puzzles more interesting and different later on in the game, which I think is a really good addition. In the first game you can change the color palette quite easily, but in the second game each planet is its own different color scheme, and then the palettes you unlock are for the free play and the challenge mode. I also really like the introduction of the undo button in the second one. I thought it was quite good how in the first one you just press a button and it just resets the thing. But that's still true in the second game too. It's just, I think the undo is probably just a bit more nicer. You don't have to undo the whole thing, especially if it's a more complicated later game puzzle. In the Dark can actually get really hard. In the later puzzles, I got stuck on a few, and I was trying to perfect it. Each puzzle gives you a par, so the idea that you can have a lowest possible solution. And in the later ones, I wasn't able to perfect it, and I had to just move on. I didn't finish the game when I played it. I played near up to the final place you get to enter. I don't want to spoil it too much because it is kind of cool following along with the story. And I think you'd agree that the artwork of this is incredible. I think Gumpy Function's artwork is always this good. You can always expect something amazing from him. I'm looking on the itch page here, and there's some really cool screenshots of the different themes you can have in the Dark 2. I think it's probably just for the challenge mode, but it's pretty cool. So if you're looking for a new puzzle game, or you want to play it again on the Switch, definitely go and check out the In the Dark series coming to the Switch. Support the developer, support the GB Archive, And again, if you have a game that you want to bring to Switch, or you want somebody to bring it to Switch, let them know about the GB Archive, and submit your games via the website. So on that note, I'll put my patrons up on the screen right now. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are the absolute best. Remember to like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought of the video and what you would like to see next. What games do you really want to see come to the Switch? And did you pick up Traumatarian Penitent already? So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.